Hello guys, this is CA Vishal Jain, and today you all know me as an ACCA FR and SBR faculty. But this faculty of yours was a student at some point of time, and today I'm here to guide you with the strategies which I adopted as a student to score this AIR2 in ACCA financial reporting paper. Okay, but now you must say that scoring AIR2 would have been quite very easy for you because you are already a faculty, so you know everything. So let me tell you, when I appeared for this ACCA financial reporting, I was not a faculty. I was not a faculty, rather I was in a full-time job, and I got 3 days of leave. That also I had to lie in my office because I cannot disclose that I am doing ACCA, so I had to state some other reasons. Okay, now if the employer is watching the video, they can definitely tell me something. So now, before I start telling you with the strategies, I want to tell you a small story behind this whole AIR2 and ACCA thing. So please understand, guys, when I thought of doing ACCA, okay, the intention was I want to teach ACCA. Okay, the paper which I selected was FR and SBR paper. Okay, so I thought, being a qualified chartered accountant, FR is exempt for me. Okay, but I thought, since I have to teach FR students, why not first of all become a student of FR, understand the paper as a student, understand the challenges which a student face as a student. Okay, and then you start teaching financial reporting paper. Okay, so this is what I did for financial reporting, and I studied the paper as a student. Okay, and with God's grace, I scored AIR2. Okay, there was no such intention to get a rank. I just focused on getting the things done with good quality, to think that I have to teach. The intent was I have to teach. Okay, and I studied everything with good conceptual understanding. Now comes the strategies. So I believe if I have to structure all my strategies, I will say I had 5 things which I did. I did 5 things. First, I focused on getting the detailed conceptual clarity. I focused on getting the detailed conceptual clarity. Okay, I read the book. Okay, the study texts. Okay, I think if I can remember, I focused on BPP material. Okay, now, because that time there were no other materials or a BPP or Kaplan, right? Now there was no study hub. I cleared it back in September 2021. Now, post that, first there was conceptual clarity. I focused on reading the study text. I focused on reading the technical articles. Okay, wherever I was not able to understand, I also focused on reading the Kaplan material. Okay, now, first was conceptual clarity. Second thing, what I did is, for my retention, whenever, let's suppose I completed a chapter of non-current assets, I made my own mind map. Okay, I made my own summary notes. Today you guys know that book as FR capsule book. Okay, so it's a digitized version, much more enhanced version of that book, but the first copy was made for me. Okay, and then I enhanced that book for you guys. Okay, so that book is called as FR capsule. Now, so I made my own summary notes. Okay, now in that summary notes, what I did is I summarized the whole concepts in my own words. Okay, then I solved the questions of BPP and Kaplan both. I solved the questions of BPP and Kaplan both. I solved. Now, when in the first reading, let's suppose I solved all the questions. Now, what I did was, along with solving the questions, I identified, okay, this question is very important, which I have to solve before exams also. Or this question is not important, but adjustment is quite very important. So I highlighted the adjustment there. Okay, and accordingly, what I did is, the question number BPP, chapter number this, question number this, I wrote that in my FR capsule book. In my own summary notes, I wrote that. Okay, or let's suppose this adjustment is important, so I made a one-liner summary of that adjustment, and I wrote that also in my FR capsule, that is summary notes. I included that. This was the second pillar, that is short notes. Okay, first was detailed conceptual clarity. Second was the short notes. Third is coming the question practice. In the question practice, as I mentioned, I solved the questions from BPP also. I solved the questions from Kaplan also. Okay, now, and while solving the questions, if any I found any important question which I have to solve definitely second time, so I wrote the question number, in my summary notes. Okay, if some adjustment was important, I made one liner summary of the adjustment and I wrote that also in my summary notes. That is third thing. Now the fourth thing which I did was I solved one question of interpretation, one question of groups, and one question of single entity financial statements every single day. Every single day I solved at least one question of these. So basically every day I was solving 3 section C questions. 3 section C questions I was solving every single day. I was solving it off. Okay. Now this gave me a boost in section C questions. Now my intent was I have to score at least 35 plus out of 40 in section C. Okay, I will also disclose my marks at the end of this video, and also I want to disclose this fact that my student itself has broken my record. Okay, now coming to the fifth point, what I did was I appeared 5 mock tests. Rather than 5, I'll say I appeared 6 mock tests. To be precise, 6 mock tests. Now the approach was of this mock test. The approach of these mock tests was, first of all, I didn't get it evaluated by anyone. I evaluated it myself. Okay, because the self-evaluation is the best form of evaluation. The self-evaluation is the best form of evaluation. The intent was not to evaluate how much marks I can score. The intent was to evaluate where am I making the mistake and I have to rectify the mistake. Okay, now, so what I did is when I solved the entire question, I used to evaluate it myself. See, evaluating section A and B is quite very easy, right? So for what I did is I bifurcated my result into 3 parts. Fully correct, ignore. Fully correct, you ignore it off. If it is fully wrong, or partially wrong, then highlight that. Third part comes as I was not able to solve itself. Then for these two parts, I read the suggested answer. And then from the suggested answer, I went back and read the entire concept surrounding that question, and then came back to this question again, solved this question. I did this thing. This way I solved at least 6 mock tests, which I can recall of, but I can guaranteedly say that I would have appeared more than this. Okay, but I can say seriously I gave 6 mock tests, but I would have given definitely more than this. Okay, and trust me, I believe, in my opinion, this was a factor which gave me a rank. If I would have not done this, I would have not got the rank. Okay, might be I would have scored somewhere in the range of 80, 85, but not the rank. Okay, to score a rank, this was the differentiating factor. Now again, I did one more thing. I maintained from the day one, I maintained a mistakes tracker. Now what I did is, throughout my preparation journey, it was of somewhere in the range of, I believe, 48 to 50 days. In my preparation journey, whatever mistake I made, however silly it might be, I made a note of every single mistake. Trust me, every single mistake. And besides the mistake, I used to write what is the correct treatment of the same. And I made sure that I am not repeating any mistake. I might make new mistake, that's completely fine. So whenever I used to make any new mistake, I used to become happy. Why? Because this mistake will not be repeated. The more the mistakes which I will make in my preparation journey, the lesser the mistake which will happen in the exam. Okay, so I followed this path, and I believe if you follow this one, definitely you can also score a rank. Now, considering you have around 10 days left for the exams, few things which I want to guide you. Point number one. At least 5 mock tests is something which is very bare minimum required. at least 5 mock tests. Trust me, it is very much required, and if you do this, it will be a game changer for you guys, whether you are at a skill level or professional level. Okay, this is what you have to do for yourself. I believe this video would have helped you, and do let me know in the comment box whether it helped you or not. Thank you. Bye bye.